5, Endurance kicking into things, but folks, it's early here, but this crowd is gonna make some noise today. Envy versus Ghost Gaming, a championship winners round 2 matchup.
I think the big match in terms of players versus each other is going to be Mox against Slasher. Slasher has just been unreal as usual. You know, his second half of the year, he's been fantastic. Mox is in a very good player for Ghost Gaming, leading them in a lot of categories.
Well, you mentioned Slasher. He starts this one off 3-0, Matt, and I was joking with Envy yesterday, right? Because we've finally seen this Envy team, really everyone start to pull their weight, and the respawns, Apathy and John's helped so far this weekend at Champs to match the slaying of Slasher, but that was a completely different story back in Stage 2 when Slasher was really the one carrying in all the respawn game modes.
Yeah, it's incredible that they actually make that run in Stage 2 with how poor everybody played outside of Slasher. And you think coming into this event, you get J-Capped, you know, get some COD Champs magic like we've seen him do the previous years, you know, Apathy to show up in a big way with John, and you just even get 75% of that Slasher, you're in a good spot to take home another title.
Oh, absolutely. So we know what's on the line for this matchup. Early lead out for Ghost Gaming. You can see some crafty little movement here from Llama God. Someone we've always said knows how to use this to his ability. Does get one shot from the Scarab. Apathy there with the challenge. The pinch now coming in for Envy. This should be a clean break unless Lacefield and Mox can make a miraculous play happen. Not going to work out. Envy push on through and take control of Turbine.
Yeah, it's a great break there from Envy. They take their time, they get that first pick, and then they move on in. But look at this, it's going to be 2 kills, make it 3 for Ghost Gaming. They're going to take the hill right back.
You gotta love the ERAT pressure we're already seeing out of Ghost Gaming. They like to play in your face, don't let you breathe, don't let you get set up. And a team like Envy that when they do get set up can be one of the scarier teams in competitive Call of Duty to lock down a hill. Ghosts know their ultimate goal is to make sure Envy never feel comfortable. Right now they do have a 20-second lead. A nice challenge there from John to get the scrap time.
And this would be such a big win in map number 1 for Ghost Gaming since this roster formed, and you know we kind of have stats to go off of. They've only won it once. We've only seen them win this map once. So
from Anaheim on.
Yeah, so for them to win this here would be huge.
Overall, it's a 17% map win percentage on Scorch Hardpoint for Ghost Gaming. Just shows how impactful it is in this best of 5. Kills going on, trading near the new hardpoint. John comes out on top. And John, if you didn't watch Call of Duty World League Championships last year, first off, what the hell were you doing? Second, John was our MVP when EnVyUs won. The guy was consistent throughout every single game mode, and he had the clutch factor, Matt. If you remember from last year, so many big plays that wound up swinging maps into Envy's favor.
Dude, he was unreal last year. I mean, every time that Envy needed a play, it seemed like it was John, the one to do it right here. He's locking down Hanger on a 3 streak, picking up kills with the ERAD, giving Envy a ton of time. This is going to be such a scary team if they can get John and Slasher going at the same time. And today, I know, speaking to a lot of the players last night, I was talking with Cap, Slack, and whatnot. This is the toughest day to get through. Basically, your goal is just to get to Sunday. Doesn't matter how, just get to Sunday.
Absolutely.
And you give yourself a fighting chance. This is the longest day out of all of the ones we've had, so it's just withstand this day, get to Sunday. That's the goal for these teams.
And for a lot of people who might not know, most events, we're used to 3-day events.
Yep.
The Call of Duty World League Championship is a 5-day event. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You've got to prepare yourself differently day in and day out for these matches. It's now a test not only of skill, but endurance. Ghost Gaming, they do give up a full 60 on Turbine, but safe to say they have won the rotation here towards Drill. Envy trying to challenge him with a Scarab, and you can see 2 Scarabs come in, the grenade as well. That's a full wipe, EnVyUs break on through.
And that's where the teamwork kicks in. You know, you've been playing with each other for such a long time. They're able to just set up these pushes and break the hills with relative ease. 2 kills from Lacefield, make it 1 from Mox as well. Slasher trying to defend here alone, but Ghost Gaming breaks back in. Only 10 or so seconds here they're going to get at the end. It's a very good first half of Hardpoint here from Envy.
You can see J-Cap and Apathy not in the green in regards to slaying, but that's not their necessary role on this team. If Envy are going to pull away from this one, you're going to see Apathy, though, begin to turn around some of those first engagements in the hardpoint into Envy's favor. Love the smoke play from Ghost, Matt. They're one of the few teams that really use it to their advantage, especially at hardpoint. What's the thought process right there by just throwing one down and flooding into the hill?
I mean, you just make it easier on yourself, right? It's a little bit of element surprise. You come out of the smoke, you know, you're forcing Envy off of these positions. There's also a part of me that says, you know, they're throwing smokes because they don't think they can jump in there and just kind of gun Envy down. I mean, it's just kind of the way it is, right? I mean, you make it a little bit easier on yourself, and I think it's a good strat from Ghost Gaming. And you know, Ghost has been one of the teams, Jack. I think they've dedicated themselves more than almost any other to actually learning about their opponents, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Spacely, you know, just come up with strats dedicated for certain opponents. I think it's something we'll see as Call of Duty Esports grows in the future. A lot of other teams start to adopt.
It makes a lot of sense. Ghosts have been putting the time in, and it shows, but right now they are down by 30 seconds. You see the 4 red arrows on your minimap. They're now flooding towards this new hill. They've got the numbers on their side. Slasher trying to play this trade. He's got the help of 2 teammates now. These are some tough gunfights, but Envy, oh, the team kill for Mox. The team kill for Mox will actually swing that into Envy's favor, and again on rotation, Envy will get the kills, and look at Slasher now, Matt, 15 and 8 near double positive.
Yeah, that's a tough one there for Ghost Gaming. They have a chance to take Turbine at the beginning. They lose some of these fights, the smoke wears off, it'll be kills coming in, and a double team kill now from Spacely. Things could not go poorly for Ghost Gaming there, as team kills will be their downfall here on Turbine, as Envy will take just about a full 60.
Ghosts they're getting the trade advantage and then throwing it away with team kills. 3 team kills on that 1 hill alone will give Envy the majority of the time. And if you remember from the first rotation, Envy moved here towards Hangar, won the gunfights they needed, and got a full 60. That's how they established this first lead. For me, this is a must-hold hardpoint for Ghost. They need at least 40 seconds here.
Well, just look at the way Envy is playing this. You saw Apathy pick up 1, and now he's rotated all the way around. He's got John and Slasher there with him. They're just playing for this, back area.
Yep.
They cleared this out. They know that everyone is just stacked up inside. They're going to lead with the Scarab again.
Oh my gosh!
And they team kill.
And this
not ideal.
This time it gets shot immediately, and Slasher dies because of it. JCap pushes in, exposes himself. Do not like that play at all. Very passive. He winds up walking in and gives away that the pinch is there, but look at how far the spawn out is for Ghost. Because of John pushing that back door, Ghost have 2 players spawn across the map.
Yeah, John picks up that kill, and then he just holds that position, picks up a second one, and he just holds and holds and holds. He knows that he's going to block that spawn all the way in the back.
Absolutely.
And then Envy just floods in towards that hill. Spacely with a big 2-piece though here. So Spacely's a great story. Everybody on this Ghost Gaming team, fantastic story. This is a team that kind of came together after being spare parts of other rosters.
Yep.
And they've gone through a lot of their old teammates. You've seen Lacefield, eliminate Cloud9, him get extremely hyped, Spacely. These guys are playing with such a chip on their shoulder, Jack. It's really one of the better stories I think we have this year.
But I will say, you can see the weaknesses that this team has on this map compared to the other hardpoints that they're used to playing. I mean, overall, hardpoint is their weakest game mode, yes, but they have a 54% win percentage from Anaheim on in the game mode. Scorch is at 17%. It is the absolute outlier weighing them down. If they can somehow come back, sneak this map, I absolutely think it's their series to take. But again, that's a tall order, still down by 1 minute. They are in control of the hill, but again, look at the pinch developing. They have no idea John's on the flank. Now Envy have a 3v2. This should be a clean wipe again for the boys in blue.
Every time, every time that Ghost tries to get set up, Envy is just able to break no matter what, just muscle their way in towards the hill. If you're Ghost Gaming, you just got to stall out on this bridge hill. You got to rotate the turbine, give yourself a chance to win. But now, look, Slasher with camo, you're going to be able to use that ability to break.
Yeah, this game is done in my opinion. John and Slasher just going off. Apathy and JCap holding their own. I will say, you can just tell Ghosts are not thinking about the pinch enough when facing Envy. They're not thinking about that next layer of defense, what they need to do to make sure that their setup cannot be exposed. Even there, Apathy flanks behind 2. He'll try to swing the numbers in his favor. Thankfully for Ghost, they will get the top hangar spawn, so they'll be able to flood back in this hill. They need these 35 seconds, and they need a flawless rotation towards Turbine if they want any chance to win this game.
Even if they rotate flawlessly, you still have payload abilities coming on the board for Envy.
Yeah.
So a lot working against Ghost Gaming here.
Nice challenge.
But a lot has worked against these guys all year long. Lamagod going to pick up another. Slide on through. Lamagod on a 4 streak. Ooh, if he could have, they believe he was 25 off of another Scarab. Maybe he gets closer to Trinity's. Then you're back in business if you're Ghost here. But Envy, they have control of Turbine at the beginning.
And look, Envy already has 2 players here. There's a timing window now for the side of Ghost Gaming to soar in before Slasher can get here to help his team. JCap though with the 2-piece. Slasher here as well. They get it done. Envy want to close the door here, 231 to 193.
And that's the thing about JCap. Knows he doesn't need to put up crazy numbers in the slaying department, but right there when he needs to make a play, he needs to show up. Gets 2 kills there. Definitely puts Envy in a fantastic spot to close this out. Slasher with 1. Lamagod gets inside of the hill. Apathy doesn't need to challenge this right away. The pinch is coming though. Knows his teammates have spawned all the way out. So the last 30 or so seconds here may go to Ghost. The difficult part is, look how close Envy is to winning this game. They just have to go set up a hangar, get 2 or 3 kills, and it's done.
Okay, Lacefield. 17-20, a more quiet map from him, but again, you mentioned, all they need to do is set up for the new hill. I think Slasher's trying to push him this one final time. Not going to happen. So with EnVy being at 242, they just need to hold off, what, 2 kills? But look at the payloads. None earned right now. For Ghost, you've got 3 players, all 4 players, within 1 to 2 kills of earning them. There's not going to be enough time for them to do this.
And they don't have a lot of time to set up a great coordinated push. You see players trying to work around the back, and Apathy with those 2 kills. Most likely seal the deal. Spacely comes in, gets one, Slasher picks him up, but Apathy with those kills towards the end will give EnVy a map #1 win here against Ghost Gaming.
They were your Call of Duty World League champions for a reason last year. Everyone on the team can make the plays when needed, and right there at the end, it was Apathy to shut the door. Ghosts have to know how close they were to having those payloads. You think if they earn a camo, if they earn an FTL, if they earn that reactive armor, they have a chance to break on in. But in the end, I will say, with how bad they've been on Scorch Hardpoint,
they didn't look bad there.
Oh, exactly, only losing by 20, and honestly, for the most part, a lot of that time came on Hangar alone. They put up a good fight there in map 1.
I mean, they get 1 rotation to go in their favor where they're able to hold it off for just more than 10 seconds, and that is a game that goes down to the wire. That we may be going to Hangar with both teams like 230 points each, where Ghost Gaming, if they pull that first game out, then this series looks really good for them.
Think of how many setups they had where they actually did rotate first and then gave up their setup to the first push from EnVy. Unacceptable type stuff. EnVy doing a great job of exploiting the open lane, but Matt, you said it from when we started this broadcast to this point. Map 1 heavily favored EnVy. Map 2, though, for you is the toss-up.
Yeah, map 2, both teams are sitting at a 50% win rate.
Dead even.
Dead even across the board. You go to the next map after that, though. I mean, game 3, that definitely favors Ghost Gaming. So Ghost Gaming takes this. I think they go to throwback uplink. They have not lost that map
as a team since Anaheim.
Since Anaheim.
They're 5-0. They've never lost throwback.
Since Anaheim. So we have a lot to work with there from them. And maybe they go up 2-0. As long as they force that game 5, Jack, Ghost Gaming is in a good spot.
Ghost Gaming, you're down 0-1. Now a test of this team on the main stage. You can see the players right across from each other. Action already kicked off on the Alpha stream. The Bravo stream, though, with EUnited and crew starting on up here momentarily in the next 15 minutes. EUnited going to go up against Allegiance, a match that, hey, you think EUnited should take, but credit to Allegiance, man. Every match that they've played so far, I thought their opponent would take it, and they've still stayed strong.
Every year at Champs, I can think of, whether I played at Black Ops 2 or the ones I've casted, you get to Saturday and I just look at the bracket and I was like, how the hell did that happen? It's like, well, how are they still here? And this year, it's Allegiance for me. I know they're just hanging around, like, would not be surprised if they made a run. Do I think they beat EUnited? Probably not. But you go into losers, can they upset a team in losers? Can they figure out how to get into that top 6? Probably.
I give EnVyUs a better chance at beating FaZe than Allegiance beating EUnited.
Yeah, I'd say that.
I think that's
no, I think right now, I think the competition is the toughest we've ever had at a Champs.
Yep.
But I think your top 2 is kind of separated from that pack. And for me, that's Optic Gaming and EUnited right now.
That's what it's all about. You see the teams getting ready. They were just picking their classes. We hope you're enjoying the coverage of the Call of Duty World League Championship. This is day 4 of 5. Get involved in the conversation on Twitter. Follow @COD World League, @MLG. Stay up to date with all the new video pieces coming out. You had the great Dinner with Champs series.
That was fun.
Obviously, the Recon series. People are loving the videos they're seeing coming out.
Yeah, I love the Dinner with Champs thing. Just because, like, every question I would pose out, everyone around the table would say, like, oh, I had the best performance. And then it's like, okay, let's realistically get into this.
Yeah.
And but you got some really good stuff out of those guys. I mean, there's some crazy moments that happen on that stage that, like, fans don't get really to see, right? I mean, you're not in their team comms the whole time. You're not following these guys around the weekend. I think one of the ones we talked about is, like, there's always something with a team, Jack, where you win a series. Let's say you win a series on Saturday, but everybody knows, like, we won. Like, it's our tournament. And I think today you'll see somebody get a win, and you just get that feeling. Like okay, this is their event. Yeah, and I think leaving today, we'll have a really good idea who we'll see in the finals tomorrow.
It could be this series for all we know. It could be the next on the main stage, which will be Optic Gaming up against Splice, a matchup that I know a lot of fans from across the world are highly anticipating. Our Stage 1 champions versus our Stage 2 champions, but this matchup here is what's going on right now. It's Retaliation, Search and Destroy. EnVyUs versus Ghost Gaming. And off the break, we're following Apathy, who's probably going to get in this first blood engagement.
Lacefield draws first blood in favor of Ghost. 2 more kills though go in favor of Envy, and Apathy gets some teammate support. They slide on in. They deal with Spacely to leave Lamagod, the only one up here, 1v3.
And he spots one player top bedroom. Oh. Whoa, okay. Now for folks at home, he can't see the red outline of that player, but when you're that good, you can make some stuff happen. 1 versus 2. Lamagod versus Apathy and Slasher. Spots one inside bike. Oh, nearly gets that free kill. Unfortunate there. That would have been his chance to win this round.
And Ghost Gaming, during stage 2, they win 82% of the rounds. They get first blood. They get it in this one. Not able to clutch it up, though. It is Envy taking the first round. And it's kind of funny, you know, looking at Envy in stage 2, Jack.
Yeah.
You know, during their group play week, they were so good in Hardpoint. They were abysmal in Search. We get to playoffs, it completely flips. 3 and 6 in Hardpoint, 6 and 1 in S&D. So if this team can kind of, you know, put it all together, now you start getting 2-0 in a lot of these series. It's pretty easy to close it out after that.
And you mentioned, you know, what changed? Well, for one, it was Slasher. He had the #1 S&D KD at stage 2 playoffs at a 1.76. Right now, during champs alone, he's 4th overall at a 1.75. Man hasn't skipped a beat. He's 2-0 right now in this game. Again, we talk about how much Slasher means to this team. There's first blood for John as well.
We'll see how Ghost Gaming decides to play this. You lose the guy on the bridge. It's so difficult to push through because now Mox, there's nobody there to trade it out with him. Both your teams are down towards this right-hand side. And Lamagod gets one. Lacefield falls, though. It's going to be Lamagod yet again here in a 1v3.
See just how frantic his shots are right now. Trying to get away, uses the FTL jump. It's only round 2. Hell, you might as well. You're going to earn it again. He's 4-1 right now, trying to play his life. This would not only be a clutch, 1v3, it would be an ace, and it would be a game-changing swing round for his team.
Envy just grouping up here, Jack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
he's been spotted. He has to.
He has to then, yeah.
No way. Good try, good try. He burns the FTL. I get the idea there. You got to think maybe he gives himself a chance if he can try to challenge 4 running away and losing where his enemies are.
I think the idea there was that he was going to get pinched in that corner, and it's such an awful position to be in that let's use the FTL. It's only round 2. Get out of that position. Give yourself a chance. Maybe, you know, you get lost on the map. Clutch that 1v2 situation.
Well, here we go again. Envy now up 2-0. First blood has been king for this team so far. Now Slasher will spot pressure towards top plat. He'll fall on back, and Envy will develop a push towards his top bridge side.
And you talked about how good Slasher has been all weekend. Like, his numbers are just absurd. I mean, goes double positive in the hardpoint. He was already #2 in hardpoint KD, #4 in S&D, uplink a 1.27.
Ugh, only a 1.27? He's slacking.
Definitely making a good case for the MVP at the end of the weekend. 25K to the MVP.
$25,000.
Well, you'd have me playing all different types of ways. I'd be baiting my teammates.
Oh, yeah.
Not like I don't do that already.
No, you definitely do.
Oh,
no, Lacefield.
Oh, okay.
That should not have taken that long. Envy now did a 2v3. Fox gets spotted, can't gun John. These are the rounds that Ghost cannot throw away, Matt.
When you get those early kills, they need to put these rounds away, Jack. And you know, he mentioned it. They're very good when they get first blood. Uncharacteristic here. You know, they've gotten first blood in 2 of these rounds thus far. The first round and this round. It looks like Envy will take both.
Lamagod again left by himself in a 1 versus 2. Going to be peeking from the wrong side here. You see those players through the Codcaster X-ray. We can see them. He obviously can't. It's to help the viewers at home get a full understanding of what to expect as a round plays out. He's trying to peek every corner. Only 25 seconds left. He's been spotted and should be eliminated here momentarily. Nope. Great cover from John. 3-0 Envy.
Yeah, and when Llama sees that the bomb is planted towards Cathedral, he knows he needs to push all the way through the site and clear that out. Can't just go for the defuse there.
Yeah.
Just going to be taken out with ease. And the way that Envy was set up all the way there in the back, it's so difficult to locate both of those players and then get back and get the defuse. Envy looking lights out here in search and destroy. Their weakness during their group stages in stage 2, so their strength during the playoffs. It's looking like a strength here yet again.
Cannot stress enough, both of these teams coming into this map have had a 50% win rate with their current roster in Retaliation S&D. It's a swing game. Another set of first bloods make it 3 first bloods for the side of EnVy. A quick round. Matt, they are smoking Ghost, and yeah, you see the smile on Apathy's face. They know how big he just went in that round.
Now, I think there's something to be said. I know all of these guys, obviously champions, they win it last year. You just know the pressure that goes into a Saturday at Champs.
Yeah.
Where you come out and you know you have that first game. The first game of the day is the hardest for every team, especially like the first day overall. Yep. The first game overall, it's like the hardest to really get intense. Like, it doesn't really feel like, it's a winner's quarterfinals because it's so early in the morning, right? So I think EnVy, they're a team that realizes the moment. They're taking advantage of Ghost Gaming right now.
Well, already EnVy, they continue to make the right calls in S&D. And look, they want to challenge Mox back here. This is a tough gunfight. As John gets tagged up, he'll try to play his life, and I believe we might have dropped on our end. We'll see exactly how this plays out. That's not meant to happen.
That was not intentional there.
That was definitely, I think, on our end. I can't tell if the players are still going. But either way, we'll get an update on all
EnVy
that.
was good.
From League Ops. Yeah, EnVy was looking very, very good.
And Mox is 1-4. I challenged him at the back market.
With an ERAD, too?
Yeah.
Sure, fine. At that point, you're looking good. You see there at the main stage, the E-United Allegiance match. That's starting in the next few minutes on the Bravo stream. So get both streams open on up. MLG.tv/Call of Duty, MLG.tv/COD Bravo. We'll get you official word on how that'll all play. It might have been just on our end from the Codcaster side of things, but either way, EnVy looking good.
Yeah, EnVy through game 1. This looked fantastic.
Okay,
so judging by their screens, it was either 2 extremely fast rounds that went in favor of EnVy.
Speed rounds.
Or that was something that happened to everybody. I would go more towards something that happened to everybody. Because we didn't even see a kill on that one round.
Probably the latter. But either way, appreciate your patience as we get this all fixed on up. Yesterday, Chance was tweeting, saying that each match, the most important match of the day, the biggest, would be a $10,000 difference in prize money. Where if a team won that series, they would earn themselves $10,000 more. Today, things begin to escalate. Now, the biggest series you can win today, I believe, is $30,000 difference in prize money. So more and more on the line. You talk about not only getting to Championship Sunday, but the amount of cash you walk home with only grows more and more towards that total prize money of obviously $1.5 million, but for first place, $600,000.
And what's interesting is you talk to a lot of these players, and they have actually no idea how much these matches are worth. That all they can focus on is like getting first and what it would be like to win. They win some of these games. They don't realize how much extra money they've secured for themselves coming into today, but just kind of shows the focus and the competitive drive of a lot of these guys.
I was going to say, would you think that's a good thing or a bad thing to maybe try to relieve the pressure from some of the guys on your team when you begin to bring finances into it? Or
you come into this thinking about the amount of money each match is worth, you'll be going home pretty quick. Because that's exactly what I did back in Black Ops 2. I was like, hey, look, we make it through groups and then we just win one game. I was like, we're walking away with like $8 each. It's like, I'm okay with that. I was like, it's like, so we set the bar really low for ourselves, and we never even got to that bar. So I think, look, you come in, you have to just keep focusing on getting first, winning the entire thing. Then after you're eliminated or whatever, you figure out how much money you won, you go on a vacation, you come back next year, you try and do better.
There you go. I think a few players are going to be taking a vacation after this Champs. It's safe to say. We'll wait until the next season of the CWL can start on up. You see there Slasher talking with his team, an interesting way to hold the mic and headset, but
be much more effective if he just put it on his head like everybody else.
And I believe I just received word we will resume from 4-0. EnVy will be on offense, so they're just going to get that all sorted. Makes sense. EnVy were pretty handily in the lead in that game.
It does make sense, Jack. The EnVy was dominant throughout that game.
So I guess the question now is, if something like that happens, if there's any team that can regain composure and refocus, I believe it would be EnVy over anyone.
Yeah, and I think if there's any team that would probably get pretty frustrated, some fiery guys like over on Ghost Gaming. You're losing it pretty bad. Maybe that's around that. They probably feel like that's their best chance to win. I mean, Mox with an MV4, the back of market, 2 guys running at him.
One has an ERAD.
You think he gets at least one?
Yeah.
Most likely 2. I mean, we've seen pushes go horribly wrong going up that staircase, so we'll see. EnVy, I don't know if they'll try that push again. I know it was something very risky, but they do have a lot of rounds to work with.
Listen, that's JCap on your screen. If you don't know who JCap is, first off, you need to know who JCap is. He's kind of important. He's kind of a big deal. He's won the last 2 Call of Duty World Championships in both Advanced Warfare Black Ops 3, and now looking for a third title in a row here in Infinite Warfare. I mean, if he does that, that's 100% the greatest achievement of any player in competitive Call of Duty history.
Oh, without a doubt. And to think going into Championship Sunday, they beat Impact and Black Ops 2 in the winter final, right? So they're already in the grand final of that one. I believe Denial was in winners all the way through in AW. EnVy, obviously, last year goes all the way through winners. His Saturday performances have been quite well. I know if there's a day where he's going to lead a team and make a difference, today would be it.
And on the other side of things, Lacefield, you see the numbers he's putting up a little bit higher up there in the KD department than JCap, but that's expected. He plays a different role for his team. He's the fire leader of this squad as well. These guys take a lot of notes. Ghost is obviously heavily invested in this team, and I think the players can say the same about the organization. It's been great to see so many new faces joining competitive Call of Duty, and Lacefield's one of those shining stars that even when we saw him originally compete last year, when he began to build himself up, you knew he was a name we'd be talking a lot about in the future.
Oh, without a doubt. We knew he was an explosive player, a guy who can just go off at any moment. And it's really good to see him get back to a comfortable zone in terms of playing. I mean, I know Cloud9, they perform well at the beginning of the year. They get second at Vegas. They're absolutely horrendous after that. Lacefield, he goes off. They're trying to find a new team. They put this Ghost Gaming roster together. You see with a great team around him the things Lace can do.
Look at the numbers from Slasher.
He's that dude right now.
That's just not right. 5 First Bloods in S&D as well. A reminder for everybody at home, we are mid-map 2. Quick little drop there, a tech issue. Gonna hop back in. EnVy were dominating. They were on offense. They were up 4-0, and we're gonna go ahead and resume from that point. So we'll load on back in, just getting the lobby all set back up. Players as well as fans at home, appreciate your patience. We'll get in there very, very soon. Not missing any of the action, do not worry.
And Slasher, we always talk about Aches giving up the gaming trouble, right? How they're not able to really kind of get by him. Slasher's always given them trouble as well.
Yeah.
And last year with EnVy in round 1, great series during groups and then playoffs. You look back to last year, the round 1, they were able to take out Uplink Gaming, back all the way at AW with Phase Red. They're able to win there too. Don't count out Slasher, man. The big series shows up. And the numbers from Silly are just, his numbers across the board, not just search and destroy.
Yep.
Like, I feel like he is we've talked about Clay a lot, we've talked about Formal a lot. Like, Silly's performance so far this weekend, I feel like it's going under the radar. But just take a look at some of these numbers.
Ridiculous stuff. Silly in that first spot. His match now starting on the Bravo station. Again, open up both streams. Slasher, though, in that third spot, just showing where he is right now. Continues to impress. 2 plants, a defuse as well. Overall, EnVy's S&D record this weekend sitting at 3-1. Splice. I don't know about you, Matt. I did not realize they were 5-0 in Search and Destroy this weekend.
Well, that's what they were so great at, where it was kind of leading them to the wins, right? I mean, 0 in the hard points and the respawn and uplinks, and then you had their dominant Search and Destroy play. So it's good to see Splice getting back to that play style, and I feel like they're a scary opponent for OG here in round number 2. That'll come up next. It's because you don't know what to expect. Are they going to be the Splice that just kind of bombed out during stage 2? Are they going to be stage 1 Splice? Are they going to be runner-up last year's Splice? It's a very scary matchup. All
right, so back into game 2. Again, appreciate your patience. We're starting things off with EnVy on offense, up 4-0 in round count. And it looks like they won't skip a beat as JCap gets first blood onto Lacefield.
And right there, once the bullets come through the wall, why just keep peeking that? Yeah. John's able to win 1 gunfight as well. I mean, if you're Lace, you literally have no way to even get shots onto Clay.
Nope.
So there's no reason to just keep kind of shoulder peeking that. JCap draws first blood, John with another. The bomb will go down. There'll be Mox and Spacely trying to clutch this.
They're reading these plays like a book. I mean, John shoulder peeks that corner, spots Spacely. You're expecting the second player to be, this is going to be a clean wipe, it looks like. There goes Ghost. EnVy now 1 round away from winning this map 2. Ghost look like they have no idea what they're doing right now.
Yeah, EnVy just needs 1 more round to close this out. It was 4-0, and then now this round will make it 5-0. So Ghost Gaming needs to rattle off 6 straight rounds here to take map number 2. We talked about how much of a swing game this map number 2 is. Game 3 does favor Ghost Gaming. They're undefeated on throwback uplink since Anaheim, but with the way they played these first 2 maps, Jack, you may have to throw that number out the window.
Oh, absolutely, as we'll see here. If EnVyUs can get another first, yes, they will. Has it been every round?
It's been a lot of them. The first 2 rounds, I think, rounds 1 and 3 went over to Ghost First Blood. This time, though, EnVy gets first blood, everything else falls apart here. So should be Ghost Gaming's first round win, barring John making a miraculous play here, a 1v3.
At this point, it'll probably happen. John rotating towards the site. He knows where the enemies have pushed towards. Trying to check this corner. Spots one, gets cleaned on up. Ghost take a round, even after getting first blooded. Some challenges that maybe a little bit overeager from EnVy as they try to push out that bottom street side, and there's multiple players sitting in the back cover where only their head can be seen. Basically free kills down at a JCap in that one to swing around.
It's a good round there for Ghost Gaming. After getting first blooded, they battle back, but still 5 more rounds. I mean, to complete this.
The reason why that first blood comes in so easily for EnVy is because there's no one watching top plat on Ghost, so the hole in their setup gets exposed. Thankfully, they're able to recover.
So we'll see Lacefield gets set up on top. I believe he spots 2 players here for EnVy. It'll be 2 kills at the beginning of the round for Ghost Gaming. So now they're starting to get rolling a little bit. Apathy with 1. It's still left here to 1v3. This should be another round Ghost Gaming takes. It's just to remind you guys, EnVy currently sitting at 5 rounds.
Yep.
They had the 4 plus the 1. That'll give us 5.
Nice job.
They just need 1 more to win. Ghost Gaming need to get to the full 6.
You saw there, Mox went to reload. He wasn't expecting the challenge. The second he saw the player, tapped triangle, triangle, and reset that reload.
I like that breakdown there.
Thank you. I want to make sure everyone at home understands.
Maybe one
that.
day you could be an analyst.
I am a very educated Call of Duty superstar, man. My total earnings is $72.
I would roast you, but I think that's actually probably higher than mine.
And I can promise Maven's is somehow negative if there was a way.
Oh yeah, he's just giving away his money.
Yeah, as Llama God now at bottom street, you can see plat control to EnVy again, and another first blood now for Llama God. Still possible to win this round. Apathy and Crew though on the quick pitch. What is that position?
Spots another nice spot there, and yeah, there's no cover there for Llama God, just kind of hanging out in the middle of the street. Spacely now, he peeks out a little bit early, fires a lot of shots. You see the teamwork there from EnVy though. 1 player hides in the corner, JCamp slides on in.
Here, if you're EnVy, you just have to hop on the objective, play the trade. Even if he dies here, it's completely fine. The fuse came in, EnVy will take that round. And again, because we started with EnVy up 4-0 on the reset, they will take that game to go up 2-0 in our best of 5. You see Apathy acting out the round there for a second. EnVy, solid retake of the site. They go for the fast flank, and I gotta say it worked out quite well for them there.
Yeah, it was a very strong play overall in search and destroy from EnVy. They were great in the first hard point. It got a little bit closer than they probably would have expected against Ghost Gaming on their worst map, but game number 2, EnVy wins it. Going into game number 3, Ghost Gaming in a lot of trouble, obviously down 0-2. It's their best map coming up next up.
Yeah, they've got to show up big time now. This is what these Saturdays are all about. It's day 4 of competition. Still on the horizon, Championship Sunday. Who will make it coming into today? 12 teams remain, but more will be eliminated. Even if Ghost do lose this series, they can still fight through the loser's bracket, but can they get the reverse sweep, or will EnVy close it out next? And Uplink, we'll be right back.
best individual performance at a champs
Clayster.
across all the years?
Clayster W.
Clay only had a 1.31.
I don't care about your KD, dog.
1.35.
So you say Clay
Dude,
AW.
I had 3 people with negative KDs at Black
Clay
Ops.
AW?
Clay AW.
What?
Best you've ever seen somebody perform in champs?
Me and Clay AW.
Okay.
Oh, he throws himself.
Clay
in there.
AW.
I want to stop
Dylan beat Optic.
I
Like,
want
I
to
seen
stop
him
it.
play
Halo.
Halo.
that
He's
year.
pretty good. I seen
Yeah?
him play COD. He's
I
pretty
got
good.
44
You put
first
them both
map.
together.
No, he remembers
and
these.
I
he's
got
pretty
44
good.
first map, 13 second map.
Dylan is the reason we beat Optic, but
Alright.
overall, Clay AW.
The MVP ceremony at AW is one of the funniest things ever. As they announce it's Clay,
I didn't go to the venue
and your
after I lost,
face,
so.
his face is like,
Wasn't watching
I
that.
should have been. Do you think you should have been MVP? When they awarded it, did you think it was going to you?
You got MVP?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that.
No, went to Clay.
Oh.
But his face, like, he was like, when they said, like, Clayster was the MVP, his face, like, looked at Clay, he was like,
Have you ever talked to Dylan? Of course he thought he was MVP.
do you think you're the MVP? All right, hold up. You vote for it.
Clay. I told you.
Nah,
Clay right here?
I didn't really care if I was or not. I didn't even think about it at the moment.
Surprised that table was big enough to support all those egos of the players on that stage.
Even my own, too.
My God. Yeah, oh, add
Been
you
a
in
lot
there,
of people
and
in
it's-
there.
You still brag that you got top 32 at Black Ops 2 champs.
Hey. Top 10 respawn, KD.
Yeah.
Don't hate.
Against who?
I beat Mind Freak.
Oh, something that a lot of people have done in Call of Duty.
Oh.
But I love the APAC region.
Man.
Please don't kill me, Buzzo.
This
But
is
let's
good.
get back. Let's get on the topic.
Buzzo wasn't on the team. Buzzo wasn't on the
whew.
team. I don't want to get beat up.
Okay, we're
Buzzo
good.
was on
We're good.
immunity,
Yeah, good.
I think.
All right.
Pretty sure.
Let's get back on topic. Envy up 2-0 over Ghost. Uplink on throwback next. I want to believe in Ghost. I know that they're undefeated on this map, but they have not looked that impressive. I will say they played it close on Scorch,
Yes.
but Envy just walked through them on that Search and Destroy.
Yeah, and it's just for Ghost, where do the kills come from? And you know Mox is going to play well. He's been doing it all weekend long. Where is that fast SMG presence? Needs to be Lace. See if he can put it together.
Well, here we go. Off the break, it's Lamagod finding those kills you talk about. Make it 3-0. Wiping almost all of Envy off the map. Slasher, the last one here with a presence, and well, that's exactly what you have to do on throwback, Matt. We talked so much about getting middle control. They're lining up for him. It's 3, make it 4 dead momentarily. The drone now in the hands of Envy as they look to put the first points on the board.
Yeah, and Ghost was just trying to get the drone out of there,
my
run it
gosh.
back towards their own base. Envy picks it up. JCap knocks down a 1-point play. Envy going up 1-0 at the start. For Ghost Gaming, you don't give up a 2. Now you get back towards mid-map. We need to see them win some engagements, though, here.
Wow, a rough start there after Lamagod gets 3 off the break. It's then quick kills from Slasher. He's 5-1, continuing to put on this MVP-like performance. His teammate John won it last year. Now it's time for him to make a case as Envy do strike first. John and crew trying to recover as this field push continues from Ghost. An unorthodox play, but it looks like it's working right now, Matt.
Yeah, and a big reason of why they've been so good on this map is Lamagod. This is his best map. We've seen him put up crazy performances throughout the year on it. He goes in there for a 2-point play. Loses the gunfight, so it'll be Ghost Gaming up 1. We'll see, though, how Envy plays this. They just try and answer back with firepower. Maybe they go on the overextension, go back towards mid-map. Because right now, Ghost Gaming just lingering around in the Envy base.
And yeah, Lamagod now dead middle. He will actually take down Slasher. As now this drone will get reset. Envy still fighting for middle control. Apathy taking full command of the Ghost Gaming base. It's a huge kill from Spacely. He can at least try to challenge and stop this drone from going in. He doesn't get the reset. He doesn't get the reset. Second time's a charm. There it goes. As he'll move it back towards middle, and that gives enough time to recover from their base. Nice job by him.
Yeah, Envy had another player with Apathy there, but when the drone goes over the top with that manual pass, he gets taken out before he can pick up the drone. You probably see that drone then go to Apathy, and that's a 2-point play for Envy.
They were setting up a quick pass play with Apathy right underneath the portal, but it was JCap who lost the gunfight to Spacely. Nice shots from Lamagod. You talk about how impressive he's looked on this map throughout the year. Starting this one off at 7-7, 2 points to his name. And look, they're just playing back and forth with the drone. They throw it forward for yards, they reset it back towards middle. Ghost just keeping their base clear for the moment.
I tell you what though, this is not going to go good for Ghost in one of these pushes, Jack. You know, Apathy keeps getting on their side of the map, picking up 2-3 kills. If one other player for EnVy answers as well, this is going to be points for EnVy.
Folks, I know we have ourselves a close game here on the main stage for the Alpha stream, but make sure you have both streams open. Right now, Allegiance up 227 to 182 over E United in Hardpoint. Talk about an upset alert right there. The Dark Horse Allegiance looking to keep their Cinderella story going.
And the drone actually does not get reset here.
That's
JCap is able to pick it up. Hits
That's
another 1
time.
point play, and look, if you're Ghost Gaming in this matchup, you cannot make errors like that, because eventually EnVy will erupt and they will put points on the board. You do not have the luxury of really kind of answering back in a great way.
Well, you talk about eventually EnVy will erupt. Right now, Slasher and Apathy are 15-7 from Apathy, 12-7 from Slasher. So you can see Slasher holding this bowling push. He's ready for whatever gets thrown at him here. Apathy already at 16 kills. If he keeps his pace going, he could be on pace for the kill record on this map.
At the beginning of this title, though, we were talking about how good Apathy was, right? You know, his base wasn't able to get Gunless, who was like one of the next guys in line. You look at like Apathy and Pristini, and
yeah,
you know, it's just Slasher's great performances over the last few events that have really kind of shown for EnVy, and you haven't really talked a lot about Apathy. Apathy, though, a fantastic player. You're seeing it here on Throwback.
Wow, Ghost. They're really struggling, Matt, to get any sort of presence middle. Right now, Mox just being outclassed in the AR role. He's 7-14. His counterpart, Slasher, is 14-8. If Ghosts want to begin to do something on this map, you're going to need to see Mox fulfill more of a presence there.
When you have Slasher as good as he is, just that range, I mean, there may not be many players, you know, out there who can even contest with him right now. It'll be Lacefield with the drone in hand, trying to make a play here for Ghost as they're going around that top side trying to get a 1 point play.
Again, you might hear the crowd start to erupt. One of the benefits of being here live in the Amway Center is both streams being set up on the main stage, but there the interception comes in. We will go into the half at 3-2. EnVy with a narrow lead, as it looks like the match on Bravo as we wait to go to the half. E United come back and take it, and the crowd erupts with Placer. I love it. I love the environment here. There's twice the action. Why are you not live in the Amway Center if you're watching at home?
See Clay get up, let Allegiance know they lost if you had the Bravo stream open, but here back in our game, it'll be EnVy taking the first half. See how Ghost Gaming reacts to this. One of Llama God's best maps. Overall, Ghost Gaming's best overall map, regardless of, you know, game type combination and whatnot. This is their strongest map. They need to win it to have a chance to battle back in the series.
Well, EnVy, again, striking, dude, Slasher. I mean, he's just having a field day top middle. He's got nobody to fight him right now, and it shows in why it's 19-9.
And it's got to be so frustrating for Ghost Gaming. They pick up some kills here, so they hold on. No points will go through for EnVy as JCap just behind enemy lines. But when you get a early push and you're just dying to the same guy over and over again, it is so frustrating as a team because you're calling Slasher out. Then you're seeing him in the feed 2-3 times. We got to get rid of Slasher. We got to get rid of Slasher. Oh, by the way, Apathy is running through you with the ERAD. It's just really frustrating.
One thing we have to keep stressing, Ghost undefeated on this map coming into the reset. I think the drone reset over baseball, didn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. I think the drone actually probably just clipped the top of the concession stand there, and it actually ends up getting reset. So pretty unfortunate there for Ghost Gaming.
But the point I was bringing up, Ghost coming into this match 5-0 in throwback uplink from Anaheim on. They have never lost this as a lineup, and right now they're 3 minutes and 45 seconds away from suffering their first one. EnVy just showing how good they are as a team. Mock some great shots there to finally cut down Slasher. If they want to come back and win this game, he needs to be the one to step up. I cannot stress it enough.
I agree with you. You're getting a very good game from Spacely, so you got that third guy that needed to step up. Just Mox and Llama. You needed them to show up right now. Mox needs to be the difference maker with the NV4, picks up a kill, Spacely trailing. He falls though, but it should be points as it looks like it's going to be Mox putting it in for 2. As he is starting to heat up now, Jack, he's on a 5 streak.
Wow, it's almost like when he goes on a 5 streak, some points get put on the board. The lane gets cleared. Slasher was no longer able to just fully command the pace of middle map. And because of that, Ghosts take back the lead. Have to take note. Slasher now with that active camo in the bottom right of your screen. He gets cut down, not going to be able to use that for the next 10 to 15 seconds. As Ghost Gaming again, finally finding some pressure towards the base of EnVy. With that depth, that should give EnVy the chance to go for the offensive.
And I think, we talk about a lot of the submachine gun players and ERAD players because they're so fun to watch, right? Just, get these crazy 2-3 pieces up close. It just shows with that push by Mox how much beneficial having a great NV4 player is. Like, it just makes the game so much easier. And here comes a pass to Slasher. The camo comes in. This will certainly be points as he is invisible flying through that goal. As be a 2-point play there for EnVy as they go up 1.
Note to self, being invisible is good.
In a shooting game, it is a very powerful ability.
And you got to realize, last year's camo to this year's camo, it might be 3 times as good at this point.
Yeah, I think camo is definitely much stronger than it was last year.
Yeah, you could make a case for other payloads to be, stronger last year. This year, there's no doubt camo the best one by far, and it shows right there with the points on the board. Now the answer, though, from Lacefield and crew, can they get the pressure moving forward? Mox again, the lead blocker. The 1-point throw, last time it reset, this time goes on in. Hits the top half of that portal. Nice shot there from Lacefield. Not making the same mistake as the first time around.
And this is pretty good for Ghost Gaming because EnVy needed to use that camo to already tie it up. So now in this last minute or 30, you're not worried about camo coming through on the side of EnVy. Makes playing defense a little bit easier for Ghost.
I mean, the bigger question is, will Ghost Gaming earn their camo, right? As this continues to play on out. 80 seconds remaining. 5-5 the score. E-United on the Bravo stage. Not why sure I'm saying that. EnVyUs is the name I wanted to bring up. Looking to see if they can close out the series in a 3-0 sweep. J-Cap on the pinch. He's got 2 more players in front of him. These should be quick kills. There's one. Second one there by John. He gets it. The 1-point throw. Falls way short. That would not have gone in at all.
Yeah, as soon as he released that, I was like, that is not going in. J-Cap goes on a 5 streak there. He switches actually over to an ERAD. So you can see EnVy just trying to get more pressure towards that middle of the map. Lacefield with 2 big kills, just trying to clear this drone towards some teammates top side. It's John with a big 2-piece here. We'll see. EnVy does have some payload abilities to make work.
You mentioned, a couple switches to an ERAD. Mox now has one in his hand as well. The pressure is key. 30 seconds left. 5-5 the score. Lacefield accidentally picks up the drone. Lamagod clearing middle. It looks like they have a lane to go towards. He misses the drone. The drone's still there. FTL jump used. No one grabs it as of yet. John recovers through middle map. EnVy looking for control. John now grabs it.
It looks like Lace just kind of walked over it, did not have it. And look at this Slasher set up in the back of Ghost Gaming's base.
Oh, this should be an easy win. EnVy have the lane clear. John moving forward. 9 seconds left. He's got lead blockers going for the throw. There it is. Oh, EnVy, they clear the lane they need to. And with that, we'll take the series 3-0 over Ghost Gaming as they continue their path to back-to-back Call of Duty World Championships.
Yeah, it's a tough series for Ghost Gaming. You got a great game from Spacely there in game number 3. Mox just a little bit too late. Lamagod, you needed him.